Okay. So we'll just go through this. Okay. The question, these are important. How can you execute the static method under main method in the same class? So just call the static method name. Just call the static method name. So for example, you created one static method. How can you call that under main method? If you call under main method only, your program will execute. Otherwise, it won't execute. So just call the static method name and parenthesis semicolon, then it will execute. How can you access one class static variable in another class? So class A, you have a static variable. You want to call in class B. How can you call class A static variable in class B? So what is the syntax? Class name dot static variable. Same way, method, how can you call? Class A static method, how can you call in class B? Class name dot static method. So this is the general syntaxes. It doesn't change. Wherever these rules you apply, and if you remember these syntaxes, and it's so your coding will be super. If you remember all these formulas and everything. But you will write a lot of code, then easy to remember. I'm not saying you by heart this, but practice. But catch the concept. So static variables, if you want to call in another classes, you have to use a class name. Class name dot static variable and class name dot static method. How can you call the static variable under main method in the same class? Directly you can call, right? Main also static method and variable also static. Both are same category. You can call directly. Even static variable anywhere you can access in the same class. Even non-static method also you can access. Okay, so that is this static and non-static variables. So we have seen already. Please go through this, all this, and answer and practice some questions also I have given here. Practice these things. It will improve your knowledge also. But read these variables thoroughly. One time, okay, it's difficult. Repeat. Do the same and repeat. It will help you. Okay. So let's start next topic, methods. So this is the very, very crucial topic. So Java methods are functions. So every programming language has methods or functions. Mandatory. Why do you need methods? To reuse the code or to write the logic. You want to write some logic, you will write in the method body only. That logic is common for many places. You can just create a method and that method name you call everywhere, wherever you need that logic. So automatically your code will call there and executes for you. So it will be reusable. You don't need to write everywhere same code. If something is repeating, put that code inside the method body and just call the method name. So that is the purpose of method. Method is one of the subblock of a class. It's a class inside only, you will write the methods. And the method contains logic. So the logic you want to develop, inside the method body only will write. Logic must be placed inside the method body, not directly at a class level. If you place logic at a class level, compiler throws an error. Compiler throws an error. You should not put at class level logic. So you have to write inside the method body only. If you place logic at a class level, compiler throws an error. So class level, we just allow to declare variables and methods. So what the logical statements means? So what you will write inside the method body? As I mentioned in the beginning classes, method calls, calculations, printing related statements, and object creation. So all this you can place inside the method body. So all these considered as a logic. So any method syntax is this one: access modifier, keyword, return type, method name, parenthesis, curly bracket, logic, curly bracket ends. So let's understand these terminologies, all of them, and we can go one by one. Method prototype. The head portion of the method is called method prototype. This one. This is called method prototype. So public static void main string args. This is the method prototype. And second part, method body and logic. So the curly braces reason is called method body, and the statements placed inside the method body is called logic. Third one, method parameters and arguments. This is the very important, tricky one, important one. So parameters means I already told. The variables declared in method parenthesis are called parameters. What is the parameters definition? The variables declared within method parenthesis, that is called variables, parameters. Sorry, parameters. So declaration means you just know, just a data type of variable. That's a declaration. There is no value. Declaration means just a data type variable name. So that where you can do parenthesis inside, if you do, that is called parameters. So we can define a method with the 0 to n number of parameters. So and then those parameters you must use inside the method body. Okay, you just declared parameters. Are you going to leave them, or you are not going to use them in the method body? No, you should use them. If you don't use, don't declare a parameter. If you don't want to use in the method body, then don't use or don't declare. Don't declare them as a parameter. Parameter means what? Okay, something you don't want to hard code the value. You are giving some parameter name, and later, whenever you require a method, there you give the value for this parameter. So that also here, the values passing to those parameters are called arguments. If you pass the parameter value, what you call that? Arguments we call them. In method invocation, we must pass arguments according to the parameters order and data type. Which order the parameters declared, same order values also you have to pass. Same data type values you need to pass. You should not pass a different data type value. So that's this point. Where you can pass the values or arguments, when you call the method, when you invoke the method somewhere else. You will invoke, right? That method you will call somewhere else to execute the same logic. There you need to pass the values for that parameters. Those are called arguments. When you pass the value, that is called arguments. So here is the syntax of parameterized method. I already given, but again I'm giving one more time. Access modifier, keywords, return type, method name. What is the return type keyword?
Void.
Void is one of the return type keyword. So there are, what is mean by void? If you declare a method void, what is mean by that?
You are not written, no return type was there in that particular method.
No, it will return
The
nothing.
method nothing returns, and also no return type keyword. You're right. Both are correct. So Muni and you are both are so statements correct. So method doesn't return any value to you. It executes the code, but output won't be given to you by the method. There are methods which gives the output. That means then you should not use a void. So we'll discuss all those. Here I am going to cover all the kind of scenarios here. So that way this topic is crucial. So here, if you see, if you follow data type, parameter 1, comma, data type, parameter 2, comma, data type, parameter 3, comma, and so on. How many parameters you want, you can declare. Even 0, or 1, or 2, or 3, 4, 5, and so on. So your method can have 0 to n number of parameters. That's all this point. Each and every line is very, 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 very important. Read line by line, word by word, understand, so that you can improve your skills on the subject. So these are very, very crucial. See that access modifier public. Keyword I'm using static, return type void, and method name add, int a. See, data type is int. So parameter is a. Data type is float. Parameter is b. Now see, A and B I'm using for my logic development. That logic output I'm assigning to some other variable. That's fine. So it's all how you use this parameter in the method body is very important. You should know, okay, add. Okay, I want to do addition. Subtraction means I want to do subtraction between these two parameters. So that's what we are going to do here also. So just, okay, you created a method, parameterized method. Now you can call that method. So you can call wherever you want this method. I want to call this method in the main method below. So see, I'm calling the method means static method. This is also static method. So main also static, both same category, right? So that means you can call directly with a method name. So just now I explained there. How can you call one static method in another static method, or in the same class another non-static method with directly method name? Method name. See, now I'm giving, what is this method has a parameters, right? So you need to pass a value here. So what is the A value? 5. What is the B value? 10.5. Can I give 10.5 and 5 here? Can I give 10.5 first and then 5? Hmm? Can we give or not? That's no, just tell me, can we give or
No.
we cannot give? Why? The reason is your declaration here is integer, but you cannot give a 10.5. That kind of method is not there here. That's why whatever the order, same data type value you have to give here while giving the value for the method as a parameter value. As an argument you are passing, same value you have to pass. And add 15, 20.2. See that? You can call the method n number of times. You can give a different values. See, for A I have given 5 here. Here I have given 15. Here B value 20.2. So that's what the advantage with the parameters. Parameterized method means a generic method you are creating, and while calling the method, you can give a different values. You can test it. You can test that logic with the different values. That is the advantage of this parameterized methods. Very, very powerful parameterized methods. Is it clear for everyone? Okay. Method signature. The combination of method name and parameters is called method signature. So add int a, float b, that's a method signature. Main string args, that's a method signature. Method name and parameters are there, that's a method signature. Then method return type. So how can you recognize the method return type? See this. This is the one return type, right? and this is also another return type. Where this is placed, this return type is placed where? In the method signature line, but method before, right? Method just before. So that means the definition, see that the keyword that is placed before method name, the keyword, it is placed before method name, that is called method return type. Anything, any keyword, not only void is one of the return type. Any keyword that is placed before method name, what you call that? Say return type.
Return type. Method return type.
Method return type. It is return type. It is telling, okay, this method is returning what? What type of data? That is what this is telling. If there is a void telling, oh, this method doesn't return any value. But other than void, what you can keep there? Data types. Any kind of data type. Primitive and non-primitive, both. Primitive and non-primitive, both you can keep. So that is the, so method return type means. So I already, again, I'm repeating a void keyword. So it tells to the compiler and JVM about the type of the value is returned from this method after its execution. See how meaningful here. So the return type tells to the JVM and compiler type of value is returned from the method after its execution. After the method execution is over, what type of value it is going to return. That's what this return type tells. So what are the, so if nothing is written by the method, then we can use void keyword, which specifies a method returns nothing. So return type keywords are primitive and non-primitive data types. All primitive and non-primitive data types. Non-primitive means reference types, your collection classes, interfaces, arrays, string class. Your method can return string, your method can return a class object, your method can return interface type, your method can return a map, your method can return a list type, your method can return a set type, your method can return a map type, any type. Whatever I'm telling, list, set, map, these are all interfaces. Your method can return any data type. Please remember, data type means both primitive and non-primitive. Okay, methods are two types, static methods, non-static methods. So I'll stop here because we cannot finish. We'll stop here, but meanwhile, go through this still here. It's a very, very important topic. So we'll continue on Monday.